Au ya you. You will lay a desire. Then I'd wear drag power. Via Yatija, Lisa Gay, I say, oh, me, I'm right. And by doing you, I'm a part of my trade there, well, on it goes away. Alas, I go that Gianna, we say you. Papa Mora, get you up with anywhere, Momba Sivole. L'arrangeur parmi national, très trop fort. We are glad that we want by say so where that you are. I want Saibo. There be oh. Do a play you go back for Monyo. Papa Yigita, petit, blazo Sassoni. Kaidaka. Bena Paya Posa Gogo, Mambo Panjago. Apoblo Akaway. One Posa Yokaway. We are for them one money, your buckle you can. None your see one. What's the matter to your way at me on your own? Emma, Nesetoka. This is a book, where they have been. Go on, yeah, I can't salute. What's to a cat to your way at me on your own? Emma, Nesetoka. Now, this is a book, where they have been. Go on, yeah, can you get? Not forgetting your bed when I know sound simply an end. Hey, I do. Let's do what we just grab it to work on. Say your book on ya. Are you a no? Saibo, that you know, we say you over. I want to you come on, need a boy. And yes, I'm going to buy them when we're gay. Hey, Imo, am I gay? One, what I want, I guess me, I'm done, and it will. Oh, Saibo, that you know, we say you over. So like it, I'm going to never boy. Netoni and Layo. Hey, are you? Opo Glegas and Warrior, I'm a walking ever. Kaidaka, when it was to work out popular net in the York of way. I just know. This is what I say. Saibo, yeah, you like do I name one by one name on tell it by Potamu, Tanyada. Planning Papa, Pinagasia, Baka on Lage, the Buesi for that baby. That 10 years ago, you can up one. There was a ball was a dress, you, Mammo, Palipo, that Giano, and I will say you over. I will. Saibo. Back to a black guy, do it so say. I just want to lay a back to an hour, you see you okay. Where you, Ivo? Saibo, engage the game of Banglo, where John B. Banglo. On the Krian, walk like a bad day, Benoit. So what I said. So, now when you're naturally time, claim the soulé. Saibo, that Giano, and I will say you over. I'm done in it. Where are you? So up away. And no Russell, Cape Russell. South Africa, your part, your way. Thank you for your work, and my one. I'm the Pope and Yaguba. Now, Phyllis, I say, oh, Clavodio. Say, if I can work, we are coming. Saibo, that Giano, and I will say you over. Aba pepo swelu ni nde swelu kwa mungu manje dota siko bala Babo jo ase pepo swelu muzo ruke say ya re ase paye ino ken mwande ye yo pample yo te mole ya now ariwo ase o paye amo amora da o Saibo de Giano na we say you I wish you rule di o paye. So Saibo, 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 that young man that will take you there. Mop man down le mer, read on your man, that's a roof. But you know, I say, it's a mayo. That was a yes, you also won't. Amora Ginola,
Good evening, folks. Samson to La Bropa Radio. Thanks for joining us again tonight. We're here to have a conversation with you. We want to thank all of you for tuning in to La Bropa Radio. Please share this video, share it to as many people as possible tonight, so that we can have our brothers and sisters to join us here and have a conversation with you. It's a wonderful thing to be here again this evening. It's a wonderful day here again. We thank God for this day. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again for this wonderful day that you are giving us. We want to thank you for everything that you've done for us and continue to do for us. My Lord, as we come again tonight, our brothers and sisters that are yet unable to really enjoy the peace that you provide for all of us, please, my Lord, step in. Be the pillow of the family. Step in. Provide the peace. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. My Lord, as we come out again tonight, we ask that the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the President of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, President Bakai. Bless his hand, whatever he touches in the interest of the Liberian people, that yes, indeed, he will succeed through you. Whichever door he knocks, my Lord, we ask that you open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. Your brother, President Bakai, extend his life. Touch his hand, whatever he touches, that indeed he will be successful. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed as well. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks. Again, thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight again. It's time we're going to have a conversation here. As I stated earlier, I have some documents and I'm trying to go over them here. And I will be doing weekly. I'm going to try to schedule these document reading based on a weekly basis. Let's put it that way, so that I'll be able to have a full understanding of what these documents are about. I have a letter Charles Taylor wrote to President Dole, in that he wanted Dole to understand that he's not coming back to Liberia when he came to America for the first time, and that Dole and his people were not to be trusted. And he gives few examples. We'll go through that. We also have another one here with from former Minister Joseph Chesting, telling Pa that they are not Liberians and they don't belong. There's no such thing as the struggle continues. As far as he's concerned, there's no struggle in Liberia. Liberia is doing well at the time. Right after the rice rise, he said there's no struggle. We'll go through that. Thank you, George. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. We appreciate it. But anyhow, let's go on. So, few things I want to talk about here that I've been listening. I'm not too sure how true these things are. They say yellow machine that we've been dancing for. They say not coming again, my people. That you were paid, you were giving back my dance. You're not bringing yellow machine now. You were giving back the dancing I've been doing here on LPR. Eh? You're paying me by my dance. What kind of business is this? Besides that, okay, I want to speak a little bit about this issue with the government and Edwin Snow. You know, the government, I'm not too sure what is happening with Liberian government, from government to government to government. They just don't learn. They don't learn. They always want to make themselves the center of gravity. Instead of paying your look in front of you and do your, I don't want to use the word, but do your job. Do your job. But because you're failing, Unity Party, not President Baka. That's two different groups here. President Baka is put in a bubble. Unity Party is failing. And because of their failure, most of them are young people. Young. Because of their failure to implement the agenda of the president, they're grabbing so grab. Why are you grabbing Edwin Snow to do what? To do what? Edwin Snow's statement that I read, the video that I saw, what time he say he will make sure the government fail? What power Edwin Snow got to make government fail in Liberia? Anyhow. Then you're going to come out and say all kind of tabata here about Edwin Snow. I don't even know Edwin Snow. He doesn't even know me. But I've seen these kinds of sycophantic lies before. You put lies together just so the president will like you. And that's what we say when you're here, you're going to go to school. Learn and learn it well. Because you go to school, Google, you know the thing Google, they get you job, you want lies so you will keep your job. That's what you do. You want to make things up so the president, oh yeah, I like that young man, you will stay. When you come here, your friend that going to school, they here in the country, you come here, you wash dishes, you work security job, you do all the yaman job, and you go into school and learning. And learning. You watch any government, not just the government, any government that come to power. When you see the minister then running here and there, saying all kinds of that means they don't know fast. Their education ain't mean nothing. That's just so lie. Why would I, as an educated person, would go on and try to keep my job by making up story and going after something that is not even necessary? Happy Memorial Day to all of you as well. Yeah. But because you got nothing to do, you got nothing to offer. So because you got nothing to offer, that's why you doing like that. I Samson too, the liberal, the best railway engineer in the world. I say so. I say so. I say so. I say so. You able to put forward with me? Come on. Come on. Put your foot here and argue with me. Bring us some details. So engineering question, railway engineering question. If I can answer, then you win. Ask something too. We'll go to Liberia. I don't even want to be an engineer, anything anyway. But I will go to Liberia, and then I get job. Because even President Bakai, when he makes a statement like that, 100 day, I will clarify that as an engineer. Yes, that's a political statement, but that is not what we do here. And the president get that clearly. That's a political statement. The road will be pliable in 100 days. Okay, that political statement. But me as an engineer, I know that's not true. I'm not gonna stay there and say, yeah, the president said so, we'll do it. No, if you do that, you lie. You're making story on you will damage things. My people, I don't want to talk about the road business in Liberia, man. But people they keep bringing all kind of no yellow machine now. The yellow machine I want to understand not even coming again. Why? Why? And I'm very happy that I have all these documents here that I'm going to be going through. So we can connect dots from the past to present. And you can see nothing have changed. The lies back then is the same lie that people still. And look at that's the only consistencies in terms of government process in Liberia. Lies to keep jobs. Lies to keep jobs. Praise singer to keep jobs. That means something to will be praise singer to who? To who? To who? The president. He called me Before you even know me, say, oh, they don't know me. That you know the part of that they don't even know me. Which I like it like that. I like it like that. They don't know me. That's good. But if they did, they turn drunk and say we want something too. Before I leave from here, go to Liberia, I will send them all my CV, resume that is, all my references. If they don't check it out and I get there, and God forbid my job, which I hope they don't even give me a job that will require confirmation or anything like that, I will tell the senator there, you ain't got money to pay me. I'm here because I'm a Liberian and I love this country. You must ask me some good engineering. Don't come those no question what you will do here and there. Money that I'm not involved in the money business. I will tell them I don't want to have anything to do with money business. But you must ask me some serious engineering question. If you're able to, I will supply the question you want to, you will ask me that will generate some serious engineering answer. You got all kind of yama yama people there doing all kind of yama yama thing. What kind of business is this? You going after Edwin Snow to do what? To do what? You want him resign from ECOWAS? What ECOWAS got to do with whatever? The statement he made. He said we want them out of power. He's an opposition for Christ's sake. But here again, my people, if you don't know anything, yes, the danger in Liberia right now. Those who know, they don't know anything, they don't want to say it. But they know that they don't know anything. They go out and come out and make some ridiculous statement. You going after Edwin Snow for what? For what? What did he say that Edwin Snow, even if they come and you say he's made, that one will make Liberia go to war? That one will make President Baka. The only way President Baka going to fail because you're who's supposed to implement the president agenda are inept. You're unable. You're unable. You're lazy. You're unable. That the only way President Baka agenda are going to fail. That Edwin Snow will say when he say Alan Moore, he got magic wine, he's president agenda failing. You're sitting there. Amen. Amen. People that I have high regard, people like Mo Ali there, that I truly, truly respect that young man. Truly, truly. I don't know him, he doesn't know me. But I have high respect for him. Because I watched June 7 operation, the way he carried himself. He's not one of those that will speak with emotion. And I have high respect for him. But for him to sit down and let people like Emotwa there running here and there, what kind of business is this, my people? Why do we behave like this towards each other? Where Edwin Small, anything small, whatever, snow, whatever it is. They got snow saying like, bro, before your knees, that's snow anyway. But why will you want to go after the senator to do what? Because here's the thing here. You people are so inept. Not President Wagai, not my father. My father is good. He's the best. But those who he put around him are inept. They can't produce. And if President Wagai administration failed, those are the people who are responsible. I say so. I say so. What would be your reason? Tell me this. What would be your reason for you to go after Edwin Snow? For what? Even if Edwin Snow said that I want to make President Wagai agenda fail, you call yourself an educated person and you're going around holding Edwin Snow feet to everything. He said this and that what that mean. Edwin Snow that gone now. What is the responsibility of an opposition? It's to make sure that your government is removed the next election. And how is to make sure they point out your failure. Because you got so much failure in the Unity Party. You got so much failure. The way things are going. That when Edwin Snow and the other person, you're making people like President Baka, President, we are there clapping. Hey. President, we are the men who dancing all the time. That the men like come and take over again. The men will, you ain't careful. Everything President Baka is doing, asking you to carry on, you don't do it. Look, you go up and count down. President Baka need a record already. He President of the Republic of Liberia. You're like, what's his name? Joseph Jigging Rava. You can't take a name out. So you're the people now that's supposed to say we want second term, but you ain't able to. President, we are in his people. They will suck you. They will suck you. They don't have to do much. And your own situation, United Party, your own situation is so worse. It's bad. Because you see, yeah, United Party, you're making us shame, man. You're making us shame, man. But I'm not much concerned because I know the father of the nation is doing good. And as long here's the thing for me here. Yes, this is the solace that I have out of this. In as much as I supported President Bakai, and I still do, yes, what my satisfaction here is this. The president is not sitting down. The president is proposing some good thing to happen in Liberia. Now, the president is just one man. That's why he call you here, call you there, call you there, bring you on board to do these things. But many of you are just there for yourself. 5 cents you can't do. $22 million they get to Minister of Public Works. What does he have to show for that $22 million today? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't want to say much because I refuse. Look at it. Look at Kakata. These people are wicked. Look at Kakata concrete highway they're building. Have you guys seen it lately? That's driveway. You know how long? These trucks and these big trucks that come from Guinea, that come from Mali and Africa. You know how many of them can bust would take before those things and stuff. They put wire mesh. Y'all go look at video on you on Facebook. Wire mesh, the one you put on how do you call it, driveway. The one they putting down. How you put roll for trucks to drive on, and your steel is less than an inch. It's less than a 0.5 of an inch. The thickness of the steel. And look at their chair. The chair they have the steel to sit down on. The chair. What a disgrace. The chair they have for the steel rod to the steel rod, I'll call it steel rod now, for them to sit down on. You know what they're using? Piece of rock or piece of brick or something like that. These things at the bottom where they're sitting, they got point there. And when you put weight on it, it go down. And the rule says between the floor, the dirt, and the concrete, the steel, it's supposed to be 3 inches. Between the concrete and the floor, they do that so when the water go onto the floor, that it doesn't get onto the because the concrete is corrosive. I mean, your steel is corrosive unless you have epoxy around it. And many of these things they don't put epoxy around it. You don't see the green rubber around the thing there. No, they just put it there. What kind of country is this? Eh? What is this? You don't know your job. But you be dead. You first you go start buying people to support you, to keep you on your job. You know nothing. You don't know nothing. You myself that you want people to support you, and because you don't know anything, so you hauling here, hauling bush here, bush hauling road, you hauling Edwin Snow. Now you not only are you hauling Edwin Snow now, but you want Edwin Snow to be removed from what kind of that you put in there. That you put in there. George Well will flog your 2029. Then I tell you, no Google. All of you. And here's the bad thing for many of you. You can't come back to the United States because you ain't got nothing here to do. That's why you ran out of here in the first place. You don't fit here. And now you're 6 year older now. You're in trouble. You're 6 year older. You have cut ties with Social Security. You haven't worked in America for 6 years, and you got money to buy Social Security. Then when you come here, you think you will retire and get money. You will suffer. That's why they're doing everything possible to keep their job. What kind of foolishness is that? Rescue one, calling rescue two. Where is this? Where is this? Clarion, I don't see you here tonight. What going on with my sister? Clarion, I don't see you. Just don't see you. Timothy, that your son? That your son picture here? Very handsome. You look like your grandfather. And he look like me too. He look like me too. But he looks like, if like your son, he look like your grandfather, very handsome. But how the farm punching the farm no? Timothy, let me tell you right now. Ah. But anyhow, let me get back to it. Let me get back to this. So the issue here is this Edwin Snow business here, my people. Why are we going through this kinds of stuff? To be honest, because he got nothing to offer. Nothing. 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 And so because you got nothing to offer, so you go through all the yama stuff. Um, rescue one, calling rescue two, answer my call. Rescue one, what one here? What is supposed to do here? Ah, like my first time seeing anyone of them anyway. I'll deal with it later. Samson, though. I'm talking to you. I'm talking about Tony here. Hey, but man, wait. This is family. We're together. We're together. I want to thank all of you again for continuing watching. But no, on a very serious note, I will rescue one, calling rescue two. I don't know what wrong with rescue two. The few there. Anyhow, I'm talking Tabata right now. No, but when it comes to snow issues, they're not Tabata. Let me go on. Let me go on. This is completely out of control. Unity Party, and they will get flock. President Baka will say, you know what? President Baka will say, you know what? I win, fine. I win second round, fine. Even if you win second round, you will not take a knee from the book. You know who I feel bad for? That the vice president. Young man who's trying his best. Who's trying his best to make sure that he moves the agenda forward. But it seems to me there are certain people in the Unity Party that still don't even trust him anyway. They don't trust him. Because why would you, if you trust the vice, why would you put yourself in the kind of mess that CDC will eat you out and chew your bone and throw your bone outside? What kind of business is this? What kind of business is this? Let me see if I can go to this article here. You go on Daily Observer, you'll find the article, my friend. This is just unacceptable, to be honest with you. Okay, this is unacceptable. Okay, so here's the thing here. Senator Snow under fire for alleged threat to make Liberia unsuitable. When did Snow tell you that one day? Eh? Because you ain't got nothing to do. You got nothing to offer. You minister of information, we don't even get BBT. When CDC ready, they grind you, they do this, they do that. You can't talk fuen because you got fuen to say. You can't reply to CDC. You're not go wrong. Yeah, there's another thing. You're not go wrong and call what they call how they call it reload, class reload, or class not low, yeah. You're trying to replace spoon. You're able. Eh? You're able to replace spoon. You're able. The young man worked so hard to make you to come to power. All of your users use his platform. Go on spoon and talk all kind of nyama, talk all kind of tabata. Eh? As soon as you put you in power, you start stealing, you start exposing you want to keep your distances away. What kind of nyama is that? Y'all able to replace spoon? Y'all forget about class reload. Call it class in reload, yeah. You all of y'all in that class, you even get GD. You're able to replace spoon? Man, you're wasting your time, man. What kind of business is it? Thank you, Timothy. What kind of business is this? Eh? You minister information. CD said you're not even explaining you truly explaining to the Liberian people what happened to the yellow machine. CDC and other people improvise. They will just improvise whatever it takes. Whatever information lacking, they will put it there. But that's no information you want the wrong way. Let me read it thing here, man. What kind of nyama people is it? Eh? And here's the thing here. Here's the thing I told you already. When your time over, you can't come back to America. Because look, in America, the Social Security, you have to work continuously in order to get good benefit. You come back here, even if you get green card, even if you're citizen, you come back here. The 6 year lapse, you got to buy 6 year time for you to get Social Security. And you buy it, instead of getting 1,200 or something like that for Social Security, you might even get $300 because you got enough time. That $300 you will live on in America, gas price alone, it's almost $5 in California. That's Social Security, $300 you will live on. That's what we're saying to you. When you come here, don't think about Liberia right away. Educate yourself. Go into field that will be in demand and steady hard. So you may be more like something too. So you will say here in public, open your eye, colo, and tell the people, I am the best engineer, roadway engineer. You bring some, you bring other people now. And you bring somebody who will tell me that they're better than me. You see, you know why? I'm from Total. They got engineering school. No, but my uncle used to do some real good engineering in Total those days. But we didn't know that. But do they have Total engineering school in Total? No. I came here, I studied. I immersed myself into it because that's what I wanted to do. I got big mouth. I wanted to be the best. The best. Best. Now, there are some engineers, for example, in structure, I can't come here and claim that I'm the best structure engineer. Victor Smith will kick my butt on that one there. There's no question asked. So I can't say that, okay? But I can tell you this. I am the best roadway engineer, civil engineer, roadway. Moi. So, and that's what we say. If you want to do something and you want to people to know that you do steady hard. Yeah, la the people they say Lofa County children they got book medicine, they got book medicine. No. Lofa County children, the reason why they smart, they used to put their foot in the water at night. They don't go to nightclub at night. They steady. They don't follow beyond women all over the place. They steady. That's what they're smart for. That's why they're smart. They're very smart, including the VAR people. They're very smart because they study hard. You can't hear nighttime, you're going all over the place, going to nightclub, from nightclub to nightclub. Then you say, the thing, people got book medicine. You don't got no book medicine. You're able to do it. That's why you can't, you don't fit here. That's why you run into the library for a job. You don't fit here. You don't fit here. You don't fit here. That's why, as soon as election, you going to wrong campaign. Because you don't fit here. What you do here? You can't, we all push cartoon. Let me are pushing cartoon. Okay. But let me go on. What is he saying here? Okay. So let me go on to this snow thing. It's been bothering me all day to be, and today is holiday. I didn't go to work anyway. But let me go ahead. Okay. Bombing County Senator Edwin Marvin Snow Jr. faced backlash for what? For the statement he made for allegedly threatening Liberia's government at ECOWAS, prompting call for investigation and potential what is it, repression from both regional and national authority. Man, your phone play to sit down, man. Let me see if I let me put it on. Okay. So it says here, okay. uh, honor intense scrutiny following an explosive resolution that he made controversial remark at the Equa Parliament, prompting back, blah blah blah. According to sources close to the matter, Snow allegedly told Equa Parliament during a section last week, "I will do everything possible, including using my connection in Equa, to make the Waka-led government fail, even if it means discouraging foreign direct investment to Liberia and making the country ungovernable and unsuitable until I becomes president of Liberia." So even if Snow said that, you all truly believe that what Snow said Liberia will come to true? The only time you scare when you don't have anything. You go ask Joy we are now. When Joy we are playing football, I found out from Joy we are who Joy we are scared when you were playing football. Who is scared of? Who is scared of? Who job we are scared of? You play tabera. When you are good at tabera, you think you're scared of defender? You look at them. Me, well, I used to do it here around the area. Even when I was in Ohio, I'll go to the defender and say, I will score. You can't stop me. First of all, I'm faster than you. I can dribble. You can't stop me. I can use both legs. You can't stop me. So I tell the defender, I say, I will score. And if I used to be so bad. So as soon as I go to the group, I say, I'll put it right in that corner. Samson, and that will do it. You see, so there's no way I'm gonna be afraid of. One time here, I had on a very serious note, I had an interview with Mama Musa on a radio station here. Back in the days, there was a guy that used to play football. I think Mama Musa said his name was Davis, James Davis, or something like that. Not Zito now. But this guy, we call him kick and rest. This guy would come, kick and spread his legs, wow, like that. So, so Mama Musa said, don't mind the man. The man know he got the skill. So he want to frighten people. But man like me, he can't bring out, just dribble him 2 or 3 times, put him on his body, he done. And that's exactly how you deal with that. A Rescue 2, Rescue 2 is here this evening, folks. Let me bring in Rescue 2. Rescue 2, thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. And so and they say Edwin Snow made that statement over there. The only reason why you're scared because you ain't got nothing to offer. So when you're hearing a little stuff, you say, "Oh, man, trying to disrupt it." What government Edwin Snow? Even if, and only if, Edwin Snow made that statement, that one will bring Joseph Baka government down. That one will destroy Joseph Baka legacy. That one will make sure Joseph Baka agenda don't go through. Joseph Baka agenda will not go through if you're so lazy, you're unable to do your job. Those of you around President Baka, you ain't got nothing to offer. So lies. And we see the lie every day and every day. And you're coming to bring West no comment so that Equa not gonna they're not seeing Equa you say or not listening to with your left hand speaker. Where it did any remain speaker? Equa now. That one nobody said they came and said we want to settle your issue. And you said no. The issue destroy you. Well, you're making all kind of nyama nyama thing. Rescue 2, thank you for joining me tonight. Let's hear from you, sir. I'm just very, very much Unity Party the Nazi row. And I was just telling them, I said, y'all go up and calm down. President Waka already president, just like Joseph Jiggin Rao. His name will not come out of that presidential book. His name will always be President Waka, President of the Republic of Liberia. You can't erase it. It's the young people now. And here's the bad thing I was telling them also. That's the bad thing they got now. They ain't fair in the country again. That's why they ran over there for job. They can't come back here and work. But the 6 year older, by the time this thing is done, they will be 6 year older. They can't come back to jump me and bike and try to have competition with the young kids that just coming out of college. And follow more, because they don't know much. That's why they come running over there fooling our people. They can't come here and do those kind of thing. Oh, my Tabata tonight, Terry. What do you think of
Well, we are Tabata.
it?
Oh God.
Yeah, man. The people can make me bad, man.
Well, actually, the United Party people, some of the things they're doing, I myself don't agree with it. But CDC is not in competition with them because they seem like to be winning over CDC. CDC does not have technical ability to fight and counter United Party. And like I always say on the show, and I know many people get problem with me, is that
No, they're coming for you tonight. Your first statement part, that one, don't forget it. Aaron Brother
they,
gonna come from hiding because he hasn't called my show for a while. But I think tonight you will call. Go ahead.
they don't have the technical know-how to fight the propaganda of United Party. United Party have unveiled themselves in so many vulnerabilities that a strong political party could take advantage of in recent time, but they have shown no strength at all. Because the reason is that they still want to be presenting themselves as the CDC of 2017 when they are the CDC of 2023. You see, there's a difference. You cannot continue to present yourself as a as a party, political institution that did not win election or that have not yet win election. When you have won election, you have upgraded to another level. So the people meet you at that level. It's just like me living in America now. When I was in Liberia, it's not as the same as the way I'm in America. When I go into Liberia, I'm a different kind of Liberian. The Liberians then there, they will see me from a different angle. You see, they're not going to see me like one of them that live with them. So when you have won election, you are no more of that category you was when you are not won election. So you got to start acting as a responsible political party that have been in government and start engaging them at the ruling establishment at the level of the game. And that is what the ruling establishment is doing because they understand the political the political atmosphere of Liberia. So that is why you see they're not joking with the propaganda on spoon. That's why the opening reloaded. And the reloaded is gaining traction. So you can say that the people they're messing up. Why? Because they are fed up or they disagree with the way spoon propaganda mechanism is going. And they fear that if he continue to use the media to perpetrate his message, it will resonate with the people. So they say, okay, you know what? We'll go to the people ourselves and tell them what we're doing. Now, what is the strategy that CDC has to counter that? What they have to counter that? Now, I agree, the people lying, the people, even the statement they put on, what his name, what they got named, Edwin Mervyn Snow. That is what political institutions do. Gary Olympia is a propagandist. The arm of he operating is a propaganda arm of the government. That the same way what he named Lee Eugene Langway and or Eugene Fagon were running the ministry of Mika under Joria government. That the same way they were doing it. When they were running behind Yeke Koluba then, when they were vandalizing Heron Coastal radio station, and they were declaring the enemy of the state when people spoke against the government. That is the same thing. So the only difference is that Unity Party people, they're doing their own diplomatic way small. That's only different. But I see thing. But my contention here is that what the CDC how are they going to push the narrative to change the culture?
Wait,
Reverend,
Mr. So we
Reverend,
enjoying ourselves. We enjoying ourselves. Please,
Reverend,
don't
good
come
evening.
interrupt. The people not send you here. We know they send you. Let me
What happened tonight? This is very unusual, though.
let him
It's unusual, Mr. So?
Go ahead.
I'm hearing from the liberal, and all of y'all seems to be disoriented, confused.
Whatever.
And the blame game conversation is ongoing. This is amazing.
wherever.
I'm here to enjoy your program.
See,
Let's
that's the
go ahead.
difference. We always speak the truth. Go ahead, Terry, speak the truth. We're not
Yeah,
there.
the trending issue here is snow. So snow is in hot water, and unfortunately, snow do not have many fans. So as
Yeah.
a result, it's not really gaining traction to the sympathy of the people because the people, everybody in the country almost knows snow. So they put not feeling sorry for him. That is why you see many people not coming into his defense, even though people are talking about it, but many people are not coming into his defense because everybody know who Snow is.
But the
And
people are lying though. They're lying.
yeah, they lie. The Unity Party did lie because most of what they said was not what Snow said. All
Exactly.
right. But Snow too coming from a position of being on the ECOWAS, I read something that says that Snow is on the Security Council of the ECOWAS. So he gets security details, information, and things on the international scale or on the West African, all the countries that fall under ECOWAS. So you can't be publicly saying on national radio that you want a government that is within the perimeters of the ECOWAS control to fail.
Yeah,
So
but
all he needed to do,
basically what he did was to say, I'm an opposition. I want the people to be removed so that we can come
yeah,
to power.
yeah, he can say that, but he can't say I want them to fail. I pray that they fail. He can't, because you first of all, if the government fail, you fail because you in the government, and not that you in the government, you working as a
But
security.
I don't know, Terry, whether he even said I want them to fail.
Yeah, he said it. He said he prayed. He didn't even say he want. He said he prayed that they fail so we can move them from power. That's what he said. Now, you can have that in your heart, but the position you sit in, you can make that kind of statement. You can say, well, I think they will fail because from the way they're proceeding, I know that they're going to fail. And when they fail, we're going to move them from power. But you can't say, I'm
So what's
praying
the
for them
difference
to
with that?
fail. Huh?
Thank you.
What's the difference with that?
The difference is that you are
You should keep it in
speculating.
your- This is what you guys do. You keep things in heart, and this is where
Let
get us
him
to be where
finish,
we are.
Mr. Scott. Let him finish.
There's
Please.
a difference, Mr.
You're
So
not
when you
coming
say
here
you
to come
praying
run
for
my
the people
show.
to fail, when you say you praying for the people to fail, that means that you are determining that they fail. But
Would
when
that
you
make them to
say,
fail?
huh?
Would that make them? It is your policy that get you to fail.
I agree.
It's not, he's
I
making
agree.
a proclamation does not in any way suggest. You see, this is how you guys pray, and you pray fake prayer. And that's
So
I don't know
if
why
I'm
you
on
always.
EPR and I say I pray for EPR to fail, what does that mean?
But all my prayer I've been doing here, that
I'm
not fake
on
prayer.
You are
EPR.
even.
I'm part of
You are
EPR.
praying the
Then I
worst
say
prayer.
I'm praying for EPR to fail. How does that sound?
I pray here every night for President Baka to be blessed for long life.
You
That
what?
not fake prayer. I pray every night for President Baka to be blessed for long life. That not fake prayer.
You don't pray when you don't. Your prayer is not of honesty. It's not honest. You pray for other people to be thrown down, and you pray for other people to be lifted. That's not what Christ said. Christ forgave your sin, and this is why you're here today.
I never pray for anybody to fall down. I pray that everybody will wake up. But after I'm done my prayer, then I come back into my.
This is the hypocrisy in your prayer.
I'm not a preacher. I don't let Terry. I just pray. After the prayer, I leave it now.
I don't know which denomination he belongs to because his talking, his tattoo, it does not represent. Look.
But anyway, welcome.
It's sad that both of you having this sort of conversation. You're trying to find blame game. You don't know where to take this conversation.
Okay, thank you. Good night, Mr. So. Let Terry and myself enjoy ourselves, please. Terry, Terry, don't worry. He won't come on tomorrow. Tomorrow he won't be on here. So we'll enjoy ourselves. But
quickly. But I do agree with Terry with respect to the rebranding. This gap, this honeymooner is glaring. Is cut off between the Unity Party and that of Stanton's Waterspoon. Stanton, who is the chief creator of Joseph Boyka, to get him to be where he is. Apparently, there's a complete disconnect. And I'll say it here. These Moja boys that have been long waiting to get to state power, to get within the proximity of presidency, they are there. So whatever game you guys were doing at the time, and Stanton was making all of these big stuff, it didn't work out with George Weah, and he think Joseph Boyka you were going to go through. Now, Joseph Boyka handlers, these Moja socialist boys, so-called progressive.
How you know they are socialists?
They are socialists. We know who they are. We know their record. And you will not come here because you are very dishonest like themselves as well. So you come here, you always in protective of them. One day you will decide, another day you come. Nobody knows where you stand. And that's who you are because you say you are involved. You will Liberty Party, you will Unity Party, you will Nyombi Kanka wing. You don't like ability. But that's not what I'm going to go into here this evening. But
you don't want liability.
I do agree with Terry.
You getting right. If I'm careful with you, you coming to join ability.
Well, you John Boyka. Why can I join ability?
No, but I didn't take.
That's the order of the day. If you don't join anybody, you are denied as a Liberians. You are not given the right to do anything.
Terry, why you coming to join ability and don't take help you out to ability.
Don't worry. Before the year comes to an end, you will see it happening. I'm not gonna be like you. You hang here, you hang there. One day, no, I'm not gonna be. When I get in it, I will be into it.
But why ability say he want you? Why ability then say they don't want you?
They're not your business. Stay out of it. You're not part of us. Stay where you are. We don't even need you there. But yeah, it's gonna get nasty because it's like you indoctrinate somebody. Somebody was incorporated in your cult into your whatever you did, and then at the end of the day, you want to cast the person out. That is why Unity Party and they are doing to Stanton now. And no matter how the rebrand,
they will not succeed because
no matter how the rebrand, this is the same Jeremy MPR, who is now the Minister of Information. He was on this class reloaded created by Darius Dillon to talk all sort of things. They were calling how they're going to, even to the extent he appeared that were going to attack Finabono and people were stealing this and that. These are the people now. They have changed the game. They have changed narrative. So they found out that this connection was, and that's why they are doing what they are doing. You see, why is UG Fagon and all of those people. But I'm not sure how it's going to go because Stanton is grounded in their system. They brought him, they show him under the loophole, and he's using his finances to get in information. So even if it is shut down with the FN versions in Liberia, you can't shut him down on Facebook. He already got his base. And they all hang out with him with all his records. The president, then he was Canada. He came here, he welcomed him. They did everything they can do. And now you want to denounce, you want to reject him. It's not going to work because if they try that, he will destroy them. That I can tell you, he will destroy them. So they can do whatever they want to do. But I mean, let's give it. I'm not a favor of Stanton because of his doing as well. But this is the group that came in who professed to be the change agent. They embrace this sort of, they embrace this guy. So why are they trying to put in the votes? No judge going to grant that the votes in any court. So you'll sit down here, you'll find excuses and put it like Unity Party as if Joseph Boyka is not aware of what happened. This is a hypocrisy that you
in the bubble. The president is in the bubble, Mr. So that
in the bubble. How can this old man be in the bubble? There's 40-year-old old man who is experienced, who knows government, who was born in government, who worked in government, served as a vice president. Why should he be placed in a bubble?
Well, what makes you think that people who can put people in the bubble, you think they care for your age? They don't care for your age.
Who are you holding responsible now?
The people around him.
The people around him?
Yeah.
You must be ashamed of yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm just giving it as it is. But let's come back to you, Terry. Let's come back to you on this this yellow machine here again, not here again. What is happening with these people here, Terry? You think they just don't know how to handle these kinds of things? I really don't know if these people are capable of really succeeding under President Boyka. But let's hear from you on that one.
No. Can you say is President Boyka? these people, this is why when you say,
Mr. So, I did not invite you into this conversation. I'm asking Terry a question. Why will you jump in right away?
Yeah, but Terry gave me the permission. He sent
No,
me
he did not. No, he did not. Terry did not give me permission.
Asking Terry.
Flow,
Why when it comes to the why
He
when
said
it
I'm
comes
a flow. He said I should flow. You listen to him. So the liberal, you see, and I know you do not want to make your friends to feedback, and you're gonna compel me to say what I really do not want to say tonight, for Terry to clearly understand, because Terry is being led by the wayside. He just knows a little piece of you, but eventually I think I have to unveil to your true self what you be doing, what is happening here. But here is the thing. When you say, Terry, let's be honest. We had this conversation in the past with George Weah, the Nathaniel McGee, the Jefferson Cody, the Fina Bono, and all of those people, the Samuel Tuwe. When you are leader, you must lead. You must set an example. You can't be leader and people lead you. When you are a leader, you lead the way through. But for you to always be saying this here, the people are right, that was not a conversation that we had yesterday. We blame George Weah for he not being able as a leader to take the lead, to lead his people. Instead, the people led him. And this is what get us to be where we are today. Now, less than 12 months, whatever time now, you're moving the goalposts. The people around him. I mean, Terry, can you speak to that? Is that a fair game?
Well, Mr. So, I don't want to blame the people. I don't want to blame the people. And I also want to blame the people. Reason being,
because you don't want to make this guy. Why you do this? Is why you do not want to make this. This is why I don't like about you people here. And that is a serious problem.
No,
your behavior. I don't want to blame the people. I want to blame because you do not want to make the liberal to feedback. So
no, they both work. They both work. As a president, you cannot be left on your own to make decisions. You have to be managed by your details, by both the security and your people. But why you think the president has a minister of state? He have all these people around him, counselor, economic advisor, all these advisors. Why you think that is? It's because they are there to manage the president's decision. The president cannot just make decisions because he's the president.
The president. Let me be honest. I have to go back to history, but history is all about the past and the present. Should we go back to say then it was the same thing? Then we misinterpreted how government works.
No, we didn't misinterpret. No, we were correct.
They were inept.
We were correct. But the problem here is this, Mr. So, that if President Boyka also performed the same way, we were not wrong because President Boyka is performing the same way a job we are performing. It doesn't make us wrong. It makes us even right. And the reason why I want to say that I don't think that President Boyka will go the way of President Weah is because of the level of experience that he has. And I do not believe that he's even going in the way of President Weah, in as much I want to agree with Liberal that he's in the bubble. But he's not in the bubble as the way President Weah was in the bubble. President Weah,
No, who put Joseph Boyka in the bubble?
I just told you. And you have an economic advisor. You have a minister of state. The president has his counselor. He has security advisor. These people have the potential to guide the president in decision making. These people. So that is what it means. So the way he was before he became president, making his own decisions, riding on his own thoughts, will not be the same after he have hired these people. So you have to rely on the decision.
Can we say those decisions that as you people claim, being influenced by his handlers, he approves it or not?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with approving.
What?
That's what we're trying to say.
He doesn't have to be. He was put in there, and they lied to him. He believed in them, so he doesn't have to approve for be the bubble.
Wow, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, go do some research. I can help you with that one. Let me go on. Let me go on. Since you don't get it, just sit tight. Let Terry and I continue to educate you on this here. And so, the father of the nation, the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Nyimabakai, I call him doctor. I'm entitled to do so, and I can do so. No, but Mr. So, look, the point we're making here is this: the president. And if I were to use you as use your name, you would say no, you don't want that. So I'll go straight to the point. The president was elected, duly elected by the people, flock CDC all by himself because of his power, because of his ability to lead. People believe in him. Now, Liberian people also know that he cannot do all by himself. So he goes out and hire the best among us to come and do certain things to move his agenda.
Such as what?
Yeah, let's just take, for example, Minister of Public Work. The minister is supposed to move the agenda in road connectivity. Let's just say foreign affairs. The minister is supposed to move the agenda to bring in whatever investor, whatever it is. Let's go to other ministry. These are people that the president asked to join him to carry out effectively to carry out his agenda. To me, and I believe to many other Liberians, these people are failing the president massively. However, the president trusts them, but they are not being truthful with the president. Look at this yellow machine stuff. How many months now someone been on a yellow machine deal? Is it going to happen? It's not going to happen. It might not happen. It will happen. So who's telling the truth?
So on what basis did the president mount the podium to announce all of these yet? What was
Because
his
they gave him the information that he trusted these people. Look, Mr. So, sometimes you amaze me. Sometimes I'm your friend, and right now you rely on me to be trustworthy.
No, don't
I'm
you
not
think
a
that?
liar.
No. No, I'm not going to subscribe to that. We are friends. You
That
are a
was
big
it. I
brother.
don't. That was it. Okay. Let's forget.
Okay, because don't
Okay, let's forget.
don't
Okay,
Is
come
there
for
a
me and
recording
cross
again?
head.
Is there
let's
another
forget it.
again?
So,
If I
but
trust
anyway,
you,
no, okay, you
no,
trust me, forget it.
I don't trust you.
Okay, forget it. You trust me, that's okay. But the point here on the larger scale, President Waka believes in these people and trusts them to do the job. They're telling the president, from all indication, that I am doing the job, and these are things that I'm doing. Okay, lying to the president. Let's go back to this yellow machine issue.
So no, let's do it step by step. This is a very civil conversation. That's a good thing here. We respect views and opinion here. We don't throw people in the bag. You several times here, with complete total disregard, you threaten to do things because you like power, and that's exactly you try to exhibit.
Benedict, speak for himself. Speak for
Yeah.
himself. Don't speak
So
for no. Let me address the young man. Speak for himself. Speak for himself.
what?
Benedict, he's here calling me watching progressive liberal. I'm not finding it difficult to defend the president. The president
Now,
is easy to defend the
you
president.
got to go on an onslaught with your viewers because it's simply this. You see, this is the danger, and I'm afraid because the opposition, the government, and everybody having these media, their mouthpiece now simply
I'm
because
not a mouthpiece for anybody. I'm a
you
mouthpiece.
are. You've been using your bullhorn here. So there's no way that everybody
Mr.
knows
So
that.
I am not a mouthpiece. They don't know me. I don't know them.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna go into that because we have talked this thing over and over. But what I'm saying, what we're seeing happening now, the United Party now has planted what should be leaving the State Broadcasting Corporation to channel her policy as a government Now they are going to a group class reloaded, which was more or less at opposition's outlet propaganda, which of course, when they were in opposition, they have the right to do that because they have to execute their message effectively against the ruling establishment. But to go to the extent that now, more or less, I wouldn't be surprised, resources going to be put, because I'm saying some of the analysts I'm saying here, so it is a preparation ahead of 2029. Even if Joseph Boyka is not contesting, they will have their choice, they will have their voice, they will be grounded, and they will get the audience because it will be massively supported. You saw your friend Belity on CMC, what Terry, what's it on the party? CM what?
CMC.
CMC. They have their own outlet. So now the people that are going to be victim of proportional news content, news sharing, they're going to be the ordinary Liberian. Because Liberia, the politics of Liberia is so much polarized. CDC people listen to CDC talking point. Unity Party people are going to be listening to the Unity Party talking point. CMC or CMW going to be listening to CMW. So the like-minded people of our tip, people who sees the country to be a country for all, now will be left in the middle because you're going to be.
You told us a few minutes ago before the end of the month you will be with Musa Belete. Now you call yourself independent now.
You're trying to reconstruct my case, and I'm still alive. Why would you want to do that? So Terry, I don't know where you're going to be because you're right. It's good that it came from out of your mouth. So what they are trying to do now, this conversation Henry Costa is having, is part of that. It's gears to move that. It's a gradual process. They are testing the faith. They are testing to see what would be the receptions of the audience, their supporters. It doesn't matter whether Costa or with CDC yesterday, he did whatever beside he back, Joseph Boyka came back and all of that. But they are bringing him into the process gradually to be a counterweight to Stanton Waterspoon because they in Stanton, from all indication, the honeymoon is literally, we can say, is literally over. Whether it's going to come back, nothing is impossible. But there is a gap. So that is the danger, that's the fear of my country. And you are one of those here who facilitating this sort of behavior.
So I'll say this to you when it comes to Stantons, and I'll go to Terry immediately. When it comes to Stantons and these people, what I can say to you is that Stanton will eat their lunch every day, every time, and any time. They can't make it with him. One thing. You yourself told us here yesterday, he's already has a base. There are people who believe in him. There are people who listen to him daily. Now, if these people come out, the best way you can attack Stanton and his people is to go back on his show and have an argument and have a dispute on his show. But if you come out and come with another show and try to use that to attack his show, you will be viewed by many Liberians as being vindictive and ungrateful. And Stanton going to carry the day. Your best bet is to send the same people, your Stephen Johnson, your Eugene Falcon, let them go back on Stanton's show and argue with Stanton and his people that no, this is not what we're doing. We're doing X, Y, and Z. But you don't do that. You go and bring in class not reloader here, the machine on, the machine coming, the machine not coming. You do those kind of things. You got nothing to stand on because you will be considered a fake and ungrateful person. Terry, let's hear from you.
Yeah, for me, I don't think that is what it is. Stanton Waterspoon has a way of manipulating the information, and the best way to counter propaganda is to give the right information. I think that is what Class Reloaded is doing. And I think that is the best way to fight the media instead of you trying to suppress them, trying to stop them from flowing like what Jovia did by vandalizing Coastal radio station. There's a better way to approach the media. You see,
come for you tonight.
one of the thing is One of the things is that what is happening here that I observe is that Mika, when you go on Mika, you're going to talk to journalists. But when you come to a talk show, you're being more social. You're coming directly to the people. You're allowing the people to have direct interaction with you. You're allowing the people to ask you the questions. You're becoming more relatable to your people. And that is what I believe they're trying to do. And they also do in doing that, they are not going to, we're attacking, we're talking against Stanton. No. What they're doing on Class Reloaded, which I was surprised that they're doing, because they're not attacking him. They're giving the right information. And that is the professional way they're doing it. Because they discovered that is what CDC was shut off. CDC was shut off with all of what they were doing. They were not coming to the people to inform the people as to what they were doing. They started to attack the media. That was the mistake. Class Reloaded is saying, you know what? We're not going to hammer y'all. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. Y'all want to tell your propaganda. But the ministers themselves will come and tell the people what they're doing.
So let me ask you this.
In my view,
let me ask. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you. So Class Reloaded has been on, and as what you're saying, if we go by that, when was the last time they talked about the yellow machine on Class Reloaded? Did they bring anybody?
That is where now. That is what propaganda now. Stanton Waterspoon will highlight the things that they cannot talk about. That what Stanton will talk about. So if Stanton
that makes Stanton and his people more credible.
No, when it comes to credibility, people don't see that from that perspective. People only see what Liberian people are looking at is the person who brings the news that will be giving them the understanding of what is going on in the country. That is what the Liberian people want. Because when it comes to credibility, people don't believe Stanton is that credible. When it comes to so what CDC, even Unity Party,
when that has started.
Eh?
When that has started.
What now?
They do believe with all of the issue, and this is where the struggle going to come, and it's going to be a big fight. I'm telling you,
if even it were me, right? Okay, you brought us to power. We came to power on your back. Granted, you help us. We did all that. Now we come to power now. Then you talk, you're running propaganda against me.
But what is it that Stanton is saying that are not true?
The things that he's saying, there are many things he said are not true.
Yellow machine there.
Many things, and some of which they describe.
Yellow machine, like bro.
The yellow machine?
Yeah.
Well, the yellow machine story, what did he say about the yellow machine? He said the people say 85 million were corrupt, right? He highlighted that, which the people went to go check, and that was true. You understand? And the government adjusted to that. The government that said came out and said, yeah, the Nicotech he exposed, which was fine. The government that said did not continue with that process. So that means the old man listened to him. Okay. But when you now turn on the old man, now turn your bazooka and start doing propaganda and bringing in the major opposition party to start twisting and turning information against.
But that's why we're saying the people government have to have representatives there.
No, they don't.
To counteract
Bro, I cannot go to a place where I have been cooked. They have cooked information to destroy me. No, I can't do that. I have to go to a place where I can be able to defend myself.
Wait a minute. This is ironic here, because yesterday we were blaming the outgoing government for not making their presence felt on Spoon, and because Spoon was saying this here. Now you are telling us the shooting. Yes, I don't agree with everything from day one. His behavior, things that he got himself involved in. We all human beings will make mistakes, but these same very people, they embrace it, including the man that you have today. And to say you want to distance from this guy, knowing who he is.
How will I continue with you when you destroy my government?
Well, you can't destroy. Is he saying something?
You brought the major opposition party. The major opposition party figures. It wasn't it on Stanton Waterspoon show when when Edwin Snow said that JMB is JMB. He prayed that the government failed. Was it on Center Waterspoon show?
What I'm trying to sense
was it not on Center Waterspoon show that Moses Akaras Gray and all these people then been talking against the government rigorously, and people who antagonistically said many demeaning things against the president? It seems the scene show the man brought these people on to vindictively attack the government, and then you expect the government to say, because you help us, so we should continue to whine and down with you as you destroy us. You really expect the government to continue with him?
What I'm going to agree with.
Since he rescued two, I agree with everything you said tonight.
What?
I said, since he rescued two, I agree with everything he's saying tonight.
Thank you, Liberal.
This old man, he is another disaster because he's just unstable. 1 minute he on the side, another minute on the side. But you can do whatever thing. It is not a surprise news that you're going to agree with Terry. But what I agree with, the government is doing. And that's why a smart government, people who knows to wage an effective propaganda, what you do is you raise another alligator, you raise another Goliath. And those people are going to be not necessarily, you're not going to see current official, they will be going in here and there. But what they're going to be doing now, they're going to use their surrogates to cause some sort of distraction, to take away his audience, to take away some of good smells from him. And they are the one going to be doing the indirect talk, but you will not see the actual official, government official to attack him. So what they want to be doing, they're going to deploy their surrogates. I mean, that's the same thing here. There are certain Democrats, I don't care what you do, go or come down. They will never go on Fox News. There are certain people within the GOL, CNN. They will not go to CNN. So that is the reality. So what they are doing, that is okay as well. But where things going to go, where the train going to derail is those that are within the government who all have to get this government to be where he is, knowing all of their deals with Stanton to Waterspoon. If they come out to attack him, that I can tell you, then he will be forced. So right now it's like a black snake. You know, when you go in the country, you see the green snake. The snake too afraid, so you can't chop it because you get your whip. You to your friend, so you can't go on you to throw yourself down. So they want to be watching one another. So Stanton now is aware that there's a disconnect. They has rebranded this. They are trying to rejuvenate this whole class, reloaded as a counterpoint in order to channel government message. We are going to be using top government surrogate and all of that. And it's sad. I think it is good. But I hope they will also make wise of the State Broadcasting Corporation. And not just to have George Lobo and what his name, the other man, sit down there.
Well, what is
this guy? They kick him out. They kick him out. He just been less than a week because he went there to bash the Minister of Public Works, George Lobo.
Labour will not bow to nobody. So obviously, Labour will not bow to nobody easily. So that one maybe they kick him out of the play because but Labour kick himself out. Labour left the play.
I told him that you're not going to spend a day down there. Oh, you should come. So I said, but why you can't call me too? They said, no, you against us. We can't call you Labour. I said, okay, let's see how long this honeymoon. The man went there. He carried Sese Goyo, the other Minnesota politician. Also left Chawan Goglo, the other side. They carried Sese. Sese, wherever they did, they had their meeting unknown to me. They left you out. They carried Cotto. All of them, they kicked them out. But soon Joy Lobo King, who is the Elon Musk now for the Unity Party, he said, they mayor, you know, with one day he talked good, another day he talked bad. So they kick him out. He out. Welcome home. Don't play like a home prodigal son.
I'm not going to respond to that.
This is the trump card that Stanton Waterspoon has, that if he plays very well, he may win. But Stanton is a smart guy. He don't want to lose relationship with Unity Party and stick with CDC. Tomorrow, CDC is successful and let him down, and then he become the victim. So as the way is going around, like he's becoming the victim with Unity Party and all that. So Stanton is playing a careful card here.
For sure. Mr. Collins, I can tell you for sure, people that we have talked to, not with the president himself, actually. But those folks, I'm telling you, these Moja boys, what they have done, they have created a gap, and they're not going to allow him the asset that it's just going to be a gradual process, and it will kill itself. They're not going to allow him. They not every time. I mean, there's a complete disconnect. I'm not saying you're not going to talk to him, but what they are doing now, the conversation will be very limited, very minute,
Right.
things that something he would not get, even though he would still be getting information because, I mean, it was a long term. And so these people that are also in the system, they were giving, Labyrinth people, they like news. They were giving the news. The news would come to him. But
But
if
that's
they
the
try
trump card
to,
he has, Mr.
eh?
So that's to me, that's the only trump card he has right now.
Oh yeah,
The trump
and
card he has,
that's the danger for any government, any
yeah.
sitting government to go into a locker. No government fight a media institution for you to succeed. It will be on a temporary basis. That's the last thing, because what that does, you will be distracted. Your conversations, your visions, you'll be distracted. You will be just all you're going to be doing rebuttals, damage control. You don't want to do that. So they will try as much as possible to walk fine line, and this is why they have created a rebranded that, and that they're going to be using their people as attack doors on him. And we're going to see that's very interesting.
So, thank you guys again. Samson told Labrapa Radio, truly enjoying myself tonight. I got rescued too here. I don't have to talk
I have
much.
managed successfully to dilute to turn his whole conversation in my way. This
I
is
don't
what
think
I'm good
I
at.
don't I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't
Now
think so.
you're talking like a baby now. You've been
Mr.
used a lot.
So, Mr. So, Mr. So, I don't think so. But let me just say this yet. Rescue 2, thank you again for showing up again tonight. You have done a masterful job again trying to contain this conservative here. I don't need to say much on that. But let's move on to the next issue here that I have. And that is the government of the Republic of Liberia, according to stories now, that they are now trying their best to seek uh, the how they call it UN Security Council non-permanent members status or whatever. How is this thing here that the people pushing so much? Is there any monetary benefit coming to Liberians on this thing here at all, Terry?
So I think that these people, they're trying to score a political goal, right? It's actually good for the government because it's a representation that during President Booker time, we won the seat at the UN Security Council. It's a boost for the government, and also important, it could attract a lot of things. We could
But
have
but
opportunity to a lot of things on the world stage.
this
But
is
the problem is that
go
whether
ahead.
it is going to have a trickle down effect on the day-to-day activities of Liberian directly, no, but in the future it might. All right, that politically is a political gain for JMB. All right, that any government will want to focus on. But my fear is losing it. What will that be for them if they lose it? The propaganda could be they lose it because of the impasse that went on in the House of Representatives. The narrative could change, the burning of the Capitol and all the kind of thing. So there could be many things that could factor in if they happen to lose it at the crucial time. All right, but whether if it is important for us, I think it is. I think it's
But
as
my concern, I'll go to Mr. So here, is that it seemed to me that these people are not sincere at all in their engagement on this. In that these things were initiated under former President Weah. But the way Unity Party people are carrying it on as though former President Weah name is not even connected to this thing at all. And so, are we saying now that Liberian politicians don't have to be truthful anymore? Is that what it is? or this is just something? Because here's the danger here. You just pointed that out, and then I'll go to Mr. So on this. Here's the danger for me. These people are bending on carrying this and that without even one day trying to explain that this thing was initiated under President Weah, and the government is trying the best to continue with this. That's sincerity. Now, if this thing doesn't go through, is that when they're going to come back and say President Weah didn't do a good job in laying out the roadmap on this thing? The United Parties, they're capable of doing that. They can lie very easily. So let me come to you, Mr. So, why are they not being sincere on this here at all? Is it just politics here?
That's the nature of the games. No politicians will validate his or her opponent political strength. And that's why when you're talking here, say, oh, Wasno said this, Wasno, is that the first thing here? You see, I don't care how you put it, sorrowful way here. That's another hypocrisy on your side here, because there are other things that have been happening. I don't know why you never spoke against it. You want to address this one here that they have not mentioned. No oppositions, nobody want to validate the political strength of their opponents, knowing fully well. They do know, United Party is aware that former President George Weah potentially could seek re-election. So do you think they're going to undercut themselves by validating whatever any other thing that he did? They will put it under the gutter. It will be politics. They will talk it, but there will be a conjunction. There will be something article added there. Yes, he did, but this is what we did in order to elevate their political strengths and get their base energized. So it's typical. It happens everywhere. So they are not going to do anything to build this or to sort of elevate this guy political future, because guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to run with it. So they're not going to do that. So it's not a surprise to me.
So Terry, the same question, but at the end, the tail end of that, what happens if they are not successful? Are they? You think Unity Party have it within them to be truthful this time to say we didn't do a good job, or you think they'll just tell them when it's good, it's Unity Party, when it's bad, we'll go to CDC? You think that's the kind of thing that they're going to start doing?
Well, I don't think they will put it on CDC, and I do agree that they did acknowledge that this whole thing was initiated by the previous government, but they also are trying to take the glory because they are the one running behind it and lobbying for it to be achieved. So even though President Weah started, like we used to say during the Lone Star game, Joe Weah open it, Silencer Diva close it. So the sitting with the Unity Party, the CDC started it, Unity Party finish it.
But you don't hear them. They don't say. They're not even singing that song.
But obviously,
they just say Unity Party started, Unity Party finish it. Now all the kind of song they singing.
So actually, it's going to eventually come to that. But they have been undergirding it. They have been nurturing it. They have been running after it to bring it to fruition. So they want to take the glory, but if it go against them, they have to swallow the bitter pill. And it's whether if they say anything, it will not going to resonate with the people, because they put their chest before the bullet to say we are the one that are going to bring this thing home. We're going to bring it home. So we expect them to succeed, and we pray for them to succeed. But if they fail, they have to take the fall, and that cannot be attributed to the previous government.
Let me go on to Mr. So. Mr. So, let me ask you this. We pray that this thing will be successful. But the thing about having a temporary, how do you call it, not permanent, but seat on the UN Security Council, does it mean retire hungry men will be the main charge of that now?
Who's saying that?
Mr. So, you don't want to answer my question. Don't ask me the question here.
No, but he's going to be our direct representative. That seat is very crucial, because this is where you used to lobby and also get the interest of the country to put forward in terms of your vote, because people count on members vote on different issues, wide range of issues, including technicals and economic assistance and all of that. So yeah, you're saying you're tired of suffering now. He's not going to suffer again. He's going to be in the bigger house. So I'm not sure why you want to make issue out of that. But
Okay, folks,
yeah,
Chef Shinto, let me open a line. I believe me, we still gonna be doing this yet. I don't have Chinese phone anymore. I have a real phone now, and so I will open it. What's going on with Winter Carter? We don't even see him anymore. Is he
yeah, because
still?
you've been leaving him out. You don't want other voices to be heard. So
It's not. No,
uh,
he's not independent. He's sedition. We
so
are
now
sharing.
what's wrong with that?
That's not the kind of independent voice I want on my show. I want true
But
independent. I
I
don't want
think
people like
something
blood.
yeah, before, yeah, okay, you can open the line, but then there's something I wanted to
Okay,
insert.
go ahead. Go ahead before we open it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me see. There's after the death of the first lady, the video, the interview held by the former first lady with our own Prince Double of the Boiler's Room here. I just thought that, what is that? Because it's just not an audio or somebody here. Now it's a visual, it's a live interview. And some of these things the former first lady said about the former president. How do you think this is going to play out in the long term? In fact, I met one of the favorite player. Too sorry, the time I went to Atlanta, there was Chris, so I didn't have a chance to call Aaron, but I met Isaiah Lincoln. You know Isaiah Lincoln, right? Formerly, used to play for Isaiah, play for St. Joseph, and then later on IE and all of that.
Anybody that play with IE, I don't let that business.
Oh, you borrow, man?
Of course, Mr.
I
Soul.
see why. I see why it is. I see why you like that. Anyway, that's okay.
What
But
are you trying to say?
that's
Baro
what
is the
I'm saying. I'm
best.
not trying to
It's the
say anything.
best.
I'm saying. But do you think that video, right? Because with the former first lady, does it have any long-term political implications on the former president?
I think I would plead the fifth on this one because I don't want to say anything here again. It's always something to not start again. So let Terry go ahead. You and Terry bounce on that one. I've been reading
I
about.
hope I will try to reach the Prince to
I've
see
been
why he
reading
has
it.
got it.
I've been
Because the video
reading
again
it.
playing is it has gone viral.
Yes, I've been
Uh,
reading it. Been following the video, but I just don't want to participate in that conversation. Uh, so Terry, go ahead if you want to
Yeah,
go.
I
okay,
think that's
let
a
me connect
very
my
much.
number. Can I connect my number? I want Prince to call in here.
What do you mean?
I
Are
want
you
to ask
connecting
you
your number?
something.
Why are you connecting your number?
Yeah, I think that that propaganda is playing around is going to be damaging. But unfortunately, we are people. They are a diehard supporter, and I don't think that particular propaganda going to really shake the base that much. Maybe it's going to impact the Granadian votes or voters on another level. Maybe they're going to take it because those things going to be played out during the election time. But we are one of the things about CDC, they got a fixed support base that nothing easily can shake them. All right. So I know that is an issue. Actually, it expresses a lot of deep confrontation. And the worst thing, President, we are make it worse. When he went in a church to preach yesterday, he worsened the condition. There was some
Oh,
time he thought
what is it
the
again?
man said, oh, the man said, the man, why he said that when you forgive, the man said,
Oh my
the
goodness.
man said, when God forgave, when Satan did that thing to God, God did not forgive, God forgave him, but God did not, God did not talk with him again. You know, so as a the, the man said when Satan did that thing to God, he said there are some people, you forgive them, but you cannot forget what they did to you. You understand? You forgive them, but you don't forget what they did to you.
Did man
So
still
he got a
preaching?
scenario with Satan and God. He
You
said, so
still
when Satan
preaching?
did that thing to God, eh?
You still preaching?
The man
Who
preaching yesterday, I put it in this. The man said when Satan did
who
that thing,
preaching?
President Weah, former
Yeah,
president.
I saw something like that too. But
The man said when Satan did that thing to God, God did not, when God judged him immediately. So he said, he was saying that there are some people, when they do something to you, you can forgive them, but you should not forget. Which means you can forgive them, but you don't have to talk with them again. You,
So
you don't have
what was
to
he
get
saying?
down for them again. Eh?
What was he actually? What was he
They were
saying?
having a Mother Day program. I think he was the presenter also for the Mother Day program. So he went, and I think the pastor preached, then they let him to speak. Normally that was, but he was almost like preaching. I think it was a sermon, because he said after the preaching, no pastor preach again. But yeah, that's what he said. But I think that added to what was being said. To me, he shouldn't have made a kind of a comeback, follow-up statements. But again, that is President Weah. That will not change his support base. The propaganda on CDC side is different from Unity Party people. CDC got a fixed supporting base that no matter what happened, they're not going to stop supporting Joe Weah. That
That
woman
people
is
that people are breakable then.
so yeah, that look. But I thought
But
what he said.
anyhow, let me put a number up, folks. If you want to call us, give us a call here this evening. We're not gonna be at that long. I come to can't waste my while. That's the number. Samson told like, what kind of number system is it? The low, like something from EJ or something like that. Anyway, that's the number. Samson told Labrapa Road. Give us a call here 916-533-2048. And let's hear from you. But let me come back. Let me come back, Mr. So. I hope that you will open your line if you want Prince Double to call in. He's very good at that. Very good young man, most likely. But let me ask you. Okay, somebody calling. Samson told Labrapa Road. Calling from what's on your mind?
My name is Andrews, and I'm calling from Louisville.
Ambrose, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, Mr. To. So Prince is, I think Prince is watching the show. Maybe he will end up calling, but I think he's watching the show.
Hold on 1 minute, Ambrose, please. Let me merge this here.
So let me see.
Okay,
what
go ahead, Ambrose.
Mr. To, I just want to ask you a quick question. And sometimes I'm a little bit confused, but thank God Mr. Show can be on the show to correct some of this. So you agree? You accept agree with the statement that the information minister gave the way the letter that he said. What's your position on it? I don't want to know the position.
I got position.
But you agree with the statement?
I got position.
I'm just asking.
No. On a very serious note, Ambrose, I don't agree with the statement you mean about Mr. Senator Snow, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that statement. I think the statement is divisive. I think the statement is it's a way of trying to cover up your inept behavior or your unableness to produce. And so that for me, that's what that statement is for.
Okay. But you see, I said that a couple of days on the show, and so what's his name? Sister Goya accused me of being a physician, and secondly, that our because what the judge did was he's trying to suppress his freedom of speech. Whether that's why he's a senator. Maybe some of the things you can say, okay, as a sitting senator, you can't say, but he never really. If you listen to that whole clip from the start to the end, he's not really saying. The government, but you were always saying as an opposition, the government, if the government fails, it will be to his taste. But but what he put in, I said he accused his senator of treason. And some of the things that he said, you can put what the senator said, and you interpret in your way as a minister and as a spokesman of the government, but you never you were putting here, you misquote everything you said in your quotation.
Hold on 1 minute, Amber, please don't go. Let me merge the other color here, please. Just hold on 1 minute. Just hold on. Okay. The other one will kill me tonight. It's not going through. But why would you not switch back to? All right, guys, if you're listening, my phone is not cooperating. It is. Let me
There you
try one
go.
more time. No, no, no,
You're not putting the Chinese move again.
no, no, no. I'm not channel four. I got. I beg you. I beg you. I beg you, Mister. So, I beg you. All right.
Ambrose, I need to talk to you.
Why you need to talk to Ambrose? Ambrose, I'm somebody you want to talk to you. Why you want to talk to Okay. All right. Hold on. I will not. Hold on. You're the last one. You the one who come in and my team mess up. Let me call Ambrose. I beg you. Let me add Ambrose and the other. No. Let me add Ambrose and the other person. Oh, I beg you, Chief. Just hold on. Where's Ambrose? Okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Is it Ambrose? No. Hello. Is it Ambrose? No. Ambrose, if you're listening, please call before I let the two caller come in. Please uh call if you care. Ambrose, give us a call. Okay, I think this is Ambrose. Okay. Let me merge that. And it will go through. Okay, Ambrose, go ahead. Hold on, okay, hold on 1 minute. Go ahead, Ambrose.
Yeah, and like I was saying, so it's one thing if you want to quote people, you quote them and you get a rebuttal to them. And so like the prophets also were talking about Stanton, the government got to be careful with Stanton because the Stephen Johnson, on that reload, all of them in that phone chat room. And it's very unfortunate.
Hold on, Prince Double calling now. Hold on 1 minute, Ambrose. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, Ambrose. Let me merge Prince Double here. Go ahead. Folks, the big giant we're talking about, he's on the screen right now. Go ahead, Ambrose, finish up, then I can bring in the other group.
Yeah, and at one point, Terry used to be the one putting everything that Center said. Now he's a little critical of Center, and he's saying that Center is a propaganda. And there's nothing that Center says is propaganda. It's just Unity Party supporter and Unity Party people get a thin skin. They're not accepted to opinion opposite view of anything. You not see you preach songs to them, you just not good. And which is ready to run for our country. I'll let other people talk.
Thank you, Mr. Dover. Thank you for calling. We'll come to you. Let me now go to Davis James. Go ahead, Mr. Dover. Just bear patient with us. We'll come to you, please. Go ahead.
When we look at the statement of Senator Snow, Senator Snow has never gone to theological school to pray. The prayer Senator Snow is talking about is politics. It's political prayer. So even if condemning that you want to bring war whatsoever, it would be right because that the only message Senator Snow never want to put a seminar to preach Bible or to do something. He bring politics. And again, when he say you will pray in politics, you have to know the meaning. He went with ECOWAS as ECOWAS member, regional member. You shouldn't even put it more for any other, and you FIFA boss. Then say, I don't let Senegality. I want Senegality to fail. Then it means you're not member, you're not FIFA boss. Because FIFA boss, you sort of let all the players, the country that playing the world, so let all the players. So there's no sort of you letting all the ECOWAS members. Even when the other people living in Burkina Faso, all the brilliant living. Maybe like some of the prayer. We can say he praying for effort to mess up.
Okay.
So he's not just a politician. He's not a theologian. He's not a pastor. So when somebody say, in the code, when they say we pray, did they say they went to the church? Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Dawa, just hold on. Mr. David, you can drop off now. 7242 number. You call, then we can bring in Mr. Dawa. Go ahead. Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Two. This is Elvis calling from Minnesota.
Elvis in the house. Go ahead, my brother.
All right. Thank you. Look, and hello to you, and hello to Terry and Mr. Two, Mr. Su. I think the United Party government is a hypocritical government. And I say that because they think that
they're failing or they're not producing because people are against them. Political opposition is against them. And they have this idea that we should all wrap our hands around them so that the country can move forward. When in fact Joseph Boyka was at a protest against President Weah, calling for President Weah to step down. So when other opposition leaders are talking against you, you think it's treason or you think it's sedition, they want to cause chaos against your government. When you was running against President Weah, you said if you don't win the election, the whole country will come to an end. You said some ridiculous things for an old man that shouldn't even be speaking. But lastly, let me just say this whole thing about President Weah and the former late first lady. I don't think there's anything there, and I think Prince Double is on the line. I think he's been playing that video and been, kind of pushing the line on that stuff. I'm a crime man myself, so I look at it like the judgment amount Nancy got from the government, I think was something for like 18 million, a large amount of money. Can Liberia afford to pay her $18 million when Cherry River says in Grand they're not going to school?
Is that how much they owe her?
Yeah, I think it was in that ballpark. I may be wrong.
But so if you owe somebody, you're not supposed to pay because other people suffering?
No, it's like if you have a debt and you're bankrupt and you have no money to pay the debt, how you pay the debt?
But they ain't got the money, but yet still they're building condominium, they're building houses all over the place.
My point here is that even Kabina Jana right now, and he won, I think, like 6 million cases against the government. He campaigned with Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka not getting money. One of the last time the Liberian government lost a case against a citizen and paid the money to them, even before President Weah came into power. It's just not something that we see happening in our country. So
okay.
I get it. You think President Weah, his past relationship with former President Doe, he should have took $18 million from country's coffers, and gave it to the former first lady. That's not going to happen in the country. So let's not give unrealistic expectations to President Weah.
Okay.
And just lastly, the people of Grand Judea has voted for him, I think, in the highest percentage of all the counties in the Southeast, even more so than Grand Crew. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. They love him. They think that he's one of their sons. And he's probably going to get a high percentage of vote if he does run come 2029. It's just the reality of politics in our country. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Mr. Dava, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Mr. So Dava, Honorable Prince Dava is on the line.
Hey, Prince, good evening.
Hello, Mr. To, Mr. So. How you guys doing?
Good. Look, I just wanted to get...
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Prince.
Yeah, Mr. So.
Okay, Prince, let's do this. No, but call the second
Can
number.
You call my number? This guy,
call the second number, the 682.
Can you call the 682 number, please? Because the Liberal is trying to...
It's right there on the screen. It's on the screen.
Those things are very small, Mr. To.
Okay, 682 433 8802.
I got it right.
All right, thank you. Again, folks, Samson told Liberal Pub Radio. This is what we do, and we're very good at that. Mr. Dawa is going to be calling Mr. So. I think they need to have that conversation. Mr. So has a few questions just to clarify something here, and we hope Mr. Dawa, who has his own show, has agreed to join tonight and be able to clarify some information for us. Mr. So, go ahead. Is he on yet?
No. Oh, okay, wait. My assistant here too. Let me just call him. Okay, I'm getting him.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Mr. Dover.
Yeah, Mr. So.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Look, I just wanted to get your take, and I say it. Congratulations. That interview, been getting multiple calls. People wondering, who is he, and blah 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 blah. But thank you for that extraordinary job. But because somebody did call me when I was in Atlanta to have to reach out to the person. It looked like they had too much thing wants to come about. But let's square here. What have you been hearing since you interview the late first lady, and I mean, you were asking all of the tough questions. She repeated herself. I could see how she broke down a certain period of time. Have you received any phone calls since this whole thing, this video went viral?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. So, for asking me to even call here. A lot of people, yes, a lot of people think that thing is some kind of an AI generated thing that is up there.
That's crazy. I saw that live interview myself, and I think somebody brought that. They wanted to know what it was a thing. I'm like, but look at it, AI creation, you see it. So, what are they saying? What are the different views that you are hearing? And you also being in this here, does it have any long-term implication you think that people want to use? Because the former, before you respond to that, Mommy did after the mother passed away, there was a statement, and I believe she took it down. I believe there was some sort of pressure or whatever thing coming from different angle. That speaks to the point that it somehow, it went different way depending who you talk to. So what have you been hearing directly yourself? Why you put a video out there, you put it out, but I believe a lot of people have.
I was at a program on Tuesday. I think Jerry Gilcard called me to tell me about the former First Lady death. So I came home and I went back to the video, played that at the interview, went back. So I think we did it March 10th, 2025. That was last year. So I played it and then I cropped it up and put it up there and went all over the place. But when Mommy Doko died, got a statement up. She I don't know. She came down, so I tagged people and then they said, "Oh, we can't get the link." So I called her. I said, "What's going on?" So you took it down. She said, "Oh, I think Facebook people reported the page and it got removed." So I said, "But you already saved it on there, so post it to see." They posted for the second time. So she did it again. Then it came. It went. I think Facebook put it down. That's what she said. So she sent me and she said, "Can you just share it?" And then I said, "Okay, I look for a picture and put it in." That's how you saw me. I posted her statement and put a picture on there and just wrote a little thing on the top.
So let me
again that was the interview from 2024 March.
Yeah, I saw that myself, and one of a big person called, "Oh, is that?" I said, "Yeah, I saw that myself." But let me ask you, what was yes,
after she
exactly.
Died, then I played the music, and then Gibson,
yeah,
I gave me the link,
right?
And then you asked for the link. I brought you guys, and you talked to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Conversation with the lady too.
Yeah, so I mean, I told her, I said, "Hey, that's not an AI view to it." But let me ask you, what was the rationale of posting that video? What were you trying to portray to your audience, or what was going through your mind? What you wanted people to really know?
The lady, the reaction she got from first of all, it took a lot of time. I got in contact with the family to get on the interview was not something easy. So I talked to Mommy and she convinced her. She came on the stuff. So all these ideas that people had, some George Weah and all that stuff. So when she died and she didn't get her stuff, I called the lady to tell sorry, and she, the old man died from actually she worried and all those kind of stuff. So I went over the show and ended up playing this guy who everybody say he's from the area, he's something. I'm a supporter of the CDC, so I was greatly touched that this guy treated this lady that day, and she went to every grade. To her grade. She's over the age of 70, so I couldn't say any grade. So that's how I just cut that little thing and put it out there. That's what I did.
Do you any regrets for doing that?
I can never regret it when I do anytime. The mere fight again. Then after the thing came on, I got a lot of calls from CDC and text message to call them back. I must call them. They send me the numbers. I called them. I wanted to know. Actually, I spoke to one of them on Thursday for 1 hour 20 minutes. They say the text is the thing already gone. The video gone. The plane ain't ground. People there. The damage on the CDC, but going forward, what can we do? So I said, man, you guys been in politics for a long time. You'll go and do what you can do. How can you ask me what can we do? I only play what happened. And when the lady said, I was just playing her voice as well, interview, so people can see it. And those who didn't hear you at that time can hear it. That was a lot of them. And then some unity partisans called me also and tried to say, "Oh, thank you for the video, thank you for the," like
yeah. When you go for that,
they say, yeah. When other group goes, they start using the video going all over the place and this and that. But my point here is that the lady did not say this, but on when we did the conversation for she would come, and the daughter said it on a Friday when I spoke to her that when we are one, because the case started from 1995, Samuel Doe had $4.1 million in a bank outside the country, one Swiss bank. So when he died, they wrote the government, and Amos Sawyer received a letter. He persuaded the bank that the money for the government should send the money to them, and the bank sent the money to the government. When Nancy Doe went to get the money, they said, "Oh, the money went to the government." So she sued the government. And then the courts in Liberia, she said it was Gloria Musu-Scap who was a lawyer, and they won the case. And they put interest on the money, which came to, I think, $10 million.
Wow.
Well, but then they decided to play her, and they didn't want to give her the money. So she took the case to ECOWAS court. So when she went to ECOWAS court with the case, the government lawyers came, and she went with her lawyers. The guy who presided over the case was an Ivorian guy at the ECOWAS court. The reason they were suing for 27 million, now because they wasted time all the years, so they carried it up. But the reason the Ivorian guy gave running the case judgment to 18 million was the way the government lawyer was acting rude to the former first lady, calling her this woman. That's why the lady said in her own daughter that the guy was very rude. The government, and the Ivorian guy said, "You gotta respect your former leaders in Africa, in Liberia, bring it here." That's how the guy ran out of judgment of $18 million. That the government of Liberia should pay Nancy Doe $18 million. And then when the judgment came in 2019. So when the judgment came, Nancy Doe was very happy. She threw a barbecue in London. And then because her son, now was dead. So obviously, Ellen drove her, those guys drove her, they didn't give her money, Ellen, especially Ellen. And now her son is dead. So her son was going to give her the money. That was all in her mind. But when she went and she got that treatment from her son, where she went to meet Weah, and there was no way. And then there was Matthew Zaza who made a connection for her to go meet Weah at 11 o'clock a.m. She went there. Weah came in the conference room at 8 p.m. to meet her. And he was very rude to her and calling to her. He said all kind of things to her, and that's why she started crying in the interview. And I had to go for commercial. He told mommy to give her some water and thing, and then she came back on the show.
Yeah, I saw you.
That was the point there. That everybody drove her now. We are who her son, according to wherever, that Samuel Doe's son, so she thought she was going to get money. But if you listen to Lavia Good, the guy who can be on spoon, he was the government lawyer. He said when he came back, they advised the government that we're not going to get $18 million to give to the woman. But I negotiate with the woman. You can look for $1 million or $2 million and give it to the woman and so can do that. But we are, and the other people did not listen at that time.
Wow. So, and you being honest thing. Since then, have you heard now she's dead? The money that was due, because as long you went to court and the case is being decision is being determined. Have you heard anything from them? What next? Is there any way? Do you think any family can pursue this, even though she's dead and gone, but she does have children? Is that something that you think they're going to pursue?
I talked to Vera. I think Veronica will go to Liberia about next week or week, whatever. But she said they're gonna pursue it. They gotta go after it and see if they can get something. They gotta get. That's the money. That's the money. They took the father $4.1 million. Emerson and the other people took the money. The government is continuity. So they go. If George Weah didn't pay, now Bwaka is dead. George Weah accused of greater of supporting Bwaka. So let Bwaka see reason. It left with the government and the present government, the current government. If Bwaka will do it, or you're going to follow the footsteps of George Weah. It left with this government.
Wow. Yeah, Terry, hold on, Terry. I think, yeah, Terry.
Yeah, I just wanted to know whether, if besides that money, was she getting any benefit from the government as a former wife, former
She was
president?
getting a pension, I think it was $700.
Pension. $700?
Yeah, 7.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So you saw when she went, the video, you saw her and she said she went to Weah. The Weah didn't give her money, the judgment from the court. So the 700 she said was small. That's why in that video there, in the interview, she said she went to Weah and told Weah to increase the money. He said no money. And then she wanted Weah to make her something like chairperson for the women on the whatever on the pension, she can increase the money. And now when Buffer Chima came in and said, we don't have money.
Wow. My goodness.
So
all right.
Money for just money, the money from her husband, money that the government took. I don't think you're even going to ask them to increase your pension money.
Thank you, Prince.
Look, Prince, what a great, that interview was great. I saw it. I wasn't able briefly participated, but I saw when she broke down myself too, because it was, I think she was just in shock and not getting that full resolution as she anticipated. And here we are. Once I was in Atlanta, I think I have to call this person back, because I don't know what they want to say to. That's all about this money, and see what it looks like, what they want to say. But Mr. Doberman, thank you so much. That interview is a blast. They're supposed to pay. They're supposed to pay good money for that stuff. Now they're running with it. I don't do when you go for that, then you the good man. Eh? Yeah, somebody gonna say no.
Hold on, Clarence. Okay, Prince, thank you very much. Mr. So, anything else before we take leave of Prince?
No, that's it. That's it. I just
Okay.
wanted to-
Thank you. All right, Clarence, let's hear from you.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Tom.
Thank you.
Thank you for the show tonight. I watched that video, and the time I watched that video, really tears set in my heart.
Yeah.
Because when we were kids coming up, the time Solisa and we were playing, I got to know the role that the president play in their life. In leaders, in politics, they say you everywhere is not having your own ideas. And for we have to behave like that, accusing the woman is saying that they accusing that you are loving the money, do this and that. I don't think we're good for our lady. These are some of the frustration that killed our woman today. But however, we pray that her soul rests in perfect peace. And the present leadership, I think they can look into her case and get to see whether they can settle the family. But when it comes on the issue of Eddie Snow, I don't see the issue why the government is making big case out of Eddie Snow. Eddie Snow is a politician. Eddie Snow will not see it getting, you will not get the need for the government to succeed because you want to come into power. But in so doing, the money in which the information minister is getting taking their case, anyway, I met with the president. He reconciled with the president. I don't see bigger thing in the same for them to take the whole case and put it like this. Today, we want the country to move forward.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me merge. All right, go ahead, David.
I was never say aside who said everyone I say that if you're doing the right thing, why you worried? If you do the right thing, no fellow what I know on the night will bring you nothing. But when you're not doing the right thing, your opponent getting will be seeking the power so again, that will put our differences aside, forget about the president which how they getting who the Congress power. Thank you, Mr. Toro.
Thank you. Aaron Brabla, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind?
No, what's on my mind? Good evening to y'all, to everybody. What's on my mind this evening is the topic, this sensitive topic about, the former First Lady interview with this guy who just left the platform. I'm not going to say a lot about it, but I just wanted to speak directly to Clarence, who just left, the line. Clarence should be ashamed of himself and his government, okay? Because these people supported his government since 2005. What did they do for them? We're not going to go into the nitty-gritty of what happened between, everything and stuff like that. I'm not going to say anything about that. But I'm just talking about they who running with this story today. What did they do? Even up to the day this lady passed, peace be to our arches. What was President Walker done? That's the question you should be asking the Unity Party people. You don't get Clarence come on the show talking about he cried. Why he lying talking about he cried? A grown man that's trying to lie on the show talking about he cried. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. My goodness, like be real. Okay. All right, well, guys, let me bring this show to an end here. Mr. So, thank you. No closing. Rescue 2, you got any closing comment?
Oh, you say what? No closing for me?
No, Mr. So, we're out of time. Rescue 2, you got any closing comment?
Yeah, Mr. So I think whether you like it or not, it was bad for President Weah's position on this one. He failed massively. And his follow-up was also very awkward. So I don't know how the CDC edition will try to turn it. I don't know why Aaron is getting vexed with Clarence. Clarence is not the one who caused the damage. So don't throw your whole don't throw your attack on Clarence. The damage is done. The only thing you can do is to repair it. That all. And luckily for you, the Grenadians, they love you. We are naturally, So, but it's bad. Myself, when I listened to the video, I was sad. When I listened to, there is nobody who listened to that thing, cool bomb or something can happen to you. And this is not, the woman already know that Unity Party people, they not people to work for, especially Ellen. You listen to the woman, the other video she made concerning Ellen and her husband. If you listen to that video again, you will know that there was a vendetta. So, and you saw what Ellen did to the Grenadians when she came to power. So obviously, she was not going to succeed. So that is why her son now, her own son, was in power now. Even if that 500,000, 300,000, that woman already she just looking for something for her children. But yeah. So I think he failed massively, and they just need to repair that. That's all.
Thank you. I think CDC on this one here, this thing gonna come after them and bite them big time. When election comes out and President Weah wants to come in, and these people will play this thing over and over. Eventually, it will get to the minds of Nigerians. It's not going to fail. No. But let's, Mr. So, take us home, please.
Yeah, so quickly. Terry put it into context, but this is what I was saying. A leader, you lead. You can't be a leader for people to lead you. Then you are not a leader. A leader is a wise person that you can stand up, because at the end of the day, you will be rejected. The same people who twist you, who put you in this bubble, they will say, oh, we're talking to the man, he didn't listen to us. He was not taking no advice. So as a leader, you must be able to make some decision. Even in our lives, whatever you're leading people, don't worry about when you take decision, when you tell somebody things they're going to feel bad. People are going to feel bad no matter what you do. And that's why they get bad and they get good. But when you are a leader, you need to take some bold step. People will not like it. People will like it. They will be okay. Now, she's dead and gone. But he's going to live with it. And it's going to have a long-term, no matter what, it's going to have a long-term political implication. Because that flashback will continue to come. And it's even going to play out. But wait a minute. Why this? So now all they're going to be doing, you're not going to come, Buffer Chima will not come now and say, oh, the president asked me. You don't even want to talk about it. And nobody want to bring, because Buffer Chima, at that time, he's not a decision maker. The decision maker is the president. So, but it is what it is, and that's why we say leader is just a leader. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think, Mr. So, your point is well in place because what make
My points are
not,
always
not,
in
not
place.
always, just a little
Especially
bit,
people,
just a little
you
bit
take
tonight.
me to be like
Just
someone who
just a
is
little bit, just a little bit tonight. But here's what I want to say on this, Mr. So. What is so bad with President Weah is that many Liberians, young, those that are of voting age, they are quite aware of a story between President Weah and President Doe. Some of them grew up with that story. Some of them saw President Doe at the stadium when President Weah is playing. How much involved he was with President Weah, and for these kinds of things to come out of that lady, I think President Weah and his people, instead going to the church and making that kind of statement, those statements need to be retracted, by the way. And furthermore, that you come out and let the Liberian people know that this is not who you are. You know, perhaps these things happen, but this is not who you are. And that definitely he got money. President Weah got money. You don't have to pay the $18 million. You can take, like Kerry said, 500,000 from your own money right now. Say, I'm not even gonna wait for me to win the election. Let me just, mommy, if I make this statement that you write about, I'm sorry. You have 500,000 here. They will say, okay, we'll take it for now. You're not paying for the government. You're just doing it from your own pocket. It will go a long way. Then
okay.
the people will give you 100% of their vote, pretty much, and then have people come out and say these kinds of stuff. I think it's going to do some serious damage in Granada and President Weah relationship. Again, folks, Samson told Labra Radio. I want to thank all of you, Mr. So. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Terry, Rescue 2. Thank you very much, Mr. So. I say good night. Rescue 2. You are a wonderful, wonderful person tonight. You did a wonderful job.
I dislodge you successfully, and you are disappointed. I think you're going to have a nightmare. Good night, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Okay. Terry, good night. Good night, Terry. Again, folks, Samson told Labropa Rito. This is what we do. Prince Dubba, we want to thank you very much for coming on and making sure that our audience get the kinds of information they deserve. Thank you. We appreciate it, my son. Thank you very much. And again, I will say thanks to all of you. We're completely out of time. And I'll say good night and be back here tomorrow. Let me just say this here before I leave. I have documents here, tons of documents that I'm going to be doing. I will try to make a particular show and just specifically reading of the documents. And because these documents, though they happened back in 1984, 83 and stuff, but the same mistake that was made then are still being repeated. So if these things are happening, how do we intend and how do we see ourselves progressing? You can't move forward when you make mistakes that were holding Liberia down back in 1983, and these mistakes are still being repeated today. And that's the intent of this of me doing this huge research that I did. Again, Samson told Liberia Perino, I would say thanks to all of you that call. Thank you very much. Please join me again tomorrow, and we'll have another wonderful show. Good night, folks. Samson told Liberia Radio.
Dali, Dieu Seigneur, Asmamasa. Waya, Rachel de Kibo, je adé. Oh, abene gogo, nyaliwa, banyo, nyaliwa korapa. Abene gogo, nyali. Abene gogo, nyali. Stefan Soko. Nana, I'm a Nara Koto Yaniba, Stefan Soko, or Flower. Aya, Godo Yaniba. I'm an America Sawa. I'm a America Papa, I don't you get by your secret. I'm a pie. Papa, I